Are you somebody who cares about the Oscars? Do you look forward to it? Do you think about it? Do you plan a party around it? Do you do all sorts of fun food things around it? Or do you do nothing? And it's like Oscars, schmoskers, whatever. Um, I have to say, in my life, I did grow up half in Los Angeles. So the Oscars have always been kind of a fun thing. They've been fun. I would sit around with my family and my aunt and I, and we would talk about the fashion, and we'd look at the dresses, and we were actually interested to hear what people say. So in my world, the Oscars were never about like going to a huge party. They were never necessarily about schmoozing with lots of other folks, but they definitely were about the creative process and to see what people were going to say. Are they going to be elegant? Are they going to be interesting? Are they going to get political? So it's always been a fun thing and a more intimate event in my world. A couple friends and I, we always say, don't want to go to big parties. We just want to make sure that we can actually, hear what folks are talking about. And I was thinking about it because it is Oscar weekend here in the States, and per usual, feeling pretty quiet about it, and very very internal, and probably watching solo, or maybe with one or two or three friends at the most. But it got me to thinking tonight, right? Like, if we were going to actually nominate ourselves, or if there was going to be a category for what we would nominate ourselves for, I was thinking, what would you nominate yourself for? Like, would you be nominated for the most generous? Would you be nominated for the comedy? Would you be nominated for somebody who has the most humor? Would you be nominated for being a grouch? Would you be nominated for self-care? Would you be nominated for a loving, generous heart? What actually would you be nominated for? And I'm really interested. I think that is a good question to ask ourselves. And I think it really speaks to, of course, how you're being. Because some days you might get, you might think, ooh, today's the day I would get nominated for like being, super funny, and then the next day the next week you might be nominated for really just being a total grouch and miserly. So I think it's a good question to ask. What category would you nominate yourself in if there were the Oscars for your life this weekend? And consider that. And if you come up with stuff that maybe might not be super appealing to you, well, then you are in control of what you can do about that, right? Like, I've had a nasty cold for quite a while, as many of you now know, and I'm just getting back to it. And frankly, the last couple days, I would totally win the nomination for being a grouchy bitch, like that. I have won that hands down over the last few days. And I obviously started to think about that today. It's like, ooh, do I want that to be what I'm winning my Oscar for this week? And again, who's it up to in order to shift that up? That would be a number one, right? So really look to what is it that you would nominate yourself for, or what you think people in your world would be nominating yourself, you for, and pay attention to that, right? And pay attention to what you'd actually like to be nominated for in your life. And then, right, take action steps. Allow yourself to be the kind of person who would be nominated for the thing you want to be nominated for in your life. And of course, it's not about awards, right? This is just a fun analogy to be thinking about. But really consider, like, what would it take for you to actually be the winner of that award, of the one you would like to be known for in your life. All right. So that is that's the contemplation. Today's a contemplation one. And consider it, because we are going into this wonderful, well, it's wonderful for some, but a wonderful weekend called Oscar weekend, and we'll be talking more about it over the weekend. All right. So that is your mojo moment for the day, and I'm sending you much love. I hope you're staying warm. It's super. It's like cozy night here in Los Angeles, and wherever you are, I hope you are staying cozy, staying healthy, and that you nominate yourself for something you feel really, really good about. All right, everybody. Deborah Kagan signing off for your Mojo Moment. Lots of love. Bye for now.